Doc Watson was once an innocent Walking Dead cosplayer, but his life was changed forever. The tragedy of January 18th, 2022 struck. Two psychopaths known by the online pseudonyms Future Mr. Grimes and Deft Moans put their plan into action. They convinced Doc that him and his family were in danger. What ensued over the next few months would haunt Doc and his two kids for the rest of their lives. Doc Watson is perhaps one of the most notable Walking Dead cosplayers out there, along with the likes of Mick Grimes and German Abe. He was assumably born with the name David Watson according to his PayPal, but prefers to go by Joe or Doc online according to his personal accounts. He has a history of cosplaying and character acting, calling himself a chameleon of sorts, as he can easily blend into any role with ease, like Robert Downey Jr. or Negan Smith from The Walking Dead. His wife is a woman named Chrysius Dawn, who is a fellow actress and cosplays Rosita Espinosa from The Walking Dead alongside him. The two have a young child, Natasha Watson, and Chrysius has a son of her own from before the marriage. The real names of the assailants are not publicly known aside from them being called Future Mr. Grimes and Deft Moans, so for the sake of this video I'll be referring to Future Mr. Grimes as Grimes, because I don't want to say the full thing the whole time. Future Mr. Grimes was innocently scrolling on TikTok one day, an app that Ibenegan is mostly active on, when he stumbled upon the cosplayer's account. Grimes is an avid Walking Dead fan, as you can see by his username, and he has also been known to suffer schizophrenic delusions where he believes he is married to Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. He quickly became infatuated with Ibenegan, even going so far as to buy TikTok money to send to the creator, which we'll touch on again later. He soon discovered there were a web of cosplayers and shared this with his fellow Walking Dead fan and best friend, Deft Moans. The web included Mick Grimes, a Rick Grimes cosplayer, German Abe, a German Abraham Ford cosplayer as alluded to by his name. The web also includes his wife Chrysius, who goes by the pseudonym Rosita E. Spicy online, and a few other minor cosplayers that are occasionally featured, though those are the main players. The crew often hosts paid group photo shoots in Sonoya, Georgia for fans, and offers separate photo shoots as well, often going to conventions as the characters. Future Mr. Grimes has an interesting past of his own. The man was indicted in 1987 for the murder of 5 children and was locked up in Ohio State Penitentiary. After setting his sights on Ibenegan and buying him TikTok roses using real money, he cleverly escaped from prison where he awaited death row and went on the run to Sonoya to find Ibenegan. He schizophrenically believed that Ibenegan and him were best friends, forming a parasocial relationship. When his accomplice Deft Moans found out about this, he felt the need to alert Ibenegan as he felt concerned for the safety of his family. On the night of January 18th, 2022, this exchange took place. Hey, just a word of warning, if you see a man named Future Mr. Grimes on your streams, or if he DMs you, please block him immediately. He's in Ohio State prison for the murder of 5 children in 1987. Love you, Negan. XOXO. Negan, I love you. Negan, please dear God, stay away from Future Mr. Grimes. He just broke out of Ohio State prison. He's on the run, armed and dangerous. He's a psychotic obsessive personality, so please keep watch of you and your family. If you see him on your TikTok lives, block him, because he will get your IP address from your live streaming location. Negan, please be safe.
I know you're not talking about Mick Grimes and different Grimes.
Yes, at Future Mr. Grimes, he's very dangerous, watch out.
Thank you, I'll go block him now. Is he on TikTok too?
Yes, he is, same name, blessing hands emoji. Thanks, Negan.
Do you know his profile picture is very similar to yours? Breaking Bad, I guess.
At the time, Deft Moans and Future Mr. Grimes had matching Breaking Bad profile pictures, but Deft Moans didn't want to let it slip that he knew Future Mr. Grimes, so he cleverly concealed this. Oh, really? I think he copied me. Thanks for letting me know.
When he didn't. His is Heisenberg, but yeah, same shot. Alright, I blocked him across both platforms, thank you. I'll tell Mick Grimes to do the same.
Evidently, Negan never told Mick Grimes to do the same, because Future Mr. Grimes is still unblocked by Mick Grimes. Thank you so much, Negan. Stay safe, love your cosplays. I'll let you know if I see him try anything nefarious. 100 emoji, 100 emoji.
Good looking out. We're just having some fun. We don't need drama.
Future Mr. Grimes made this post about Deft Moans before being captured and taken back to Ohio State Penitentiary.
This could not be happening. I just bought TikTok money to send to Negan and I've just been blocked, all because of lies. Deft Moans is an insane psychopath that will stop at nothing to ruin my life. Please, everyone, stay away from him. He will get your favorite cosplayer to block you.
Ibenegan blocked Future Mr. Grimes on both TikTok and Instagram, as mentioned before. Future Mr. Grimes had bought TikTok roses for Doc, and he was absolutely devastated. He went on a psychotic rampage and was captured and taken back to Ohio State Penitentiary. For the next few months, it was radio silence. That was until the 8th of July 2022 when a new account entered the picture. An account under the name of Ibelovingnegan was created, clearly a homage to the cosplayer. The account was seemingly unassuming at first, posting pictures of the cosplayer and some awful but clearly aspiring fan art. The account soon started posting photo edits of Doc as well, enamored with his performance of Negan, but it wasn't long before cracks started to show. Captions started to hint at the account's very nefarious past, growing up in psych wards, and a lot of references to schizophrenia, which the account owner clearly seems to struggle with. You might be thinking this sounds all too familiar. One look at the account shows us that one of the accounts leaving constant likes on the Ibelovingnegan posts is future Mr. Grimes. By extension, Deft Moans must be involved as well. The increasingly strange fan art and edits continued until eventually the account began talking about a Negan party. It was meant to be a traveling event, hosted by the owners only known as Admin 1 and Admin 2. The account bio says that it's run by 15 and a half admins, which is a symptom of the schizophrenia, and a look further into the account can see that the owner has stated that they metamorphosize into 15 and a half different people like mitosis, though only 2 admins are ever seen. It's not confirmed what this means. Is it just Future Mr. Grimes and Deft Moans running the account, or are there others involved? Are Future Mr. Grimes and Deft Moans really 2 different people, or is Deft Moans just another schizophrenic delusion of Future Mr. Grimes? The first Negan party apparently took place at the residence of the 2 admins, a crack den they were freeloading in. The place was left as a wreck, as shown by these photos they shared. Drug use is alluded to in the caption, which won't be the last time we see it. The highlight called Negan Party gives us some insight into the admin's past. They've had offenses supplying substances to minors in the past. They allude to the fact that they've done time in prison, furthermore cementing that this account may be run by the criminalious Future Mr. Grimes. Another Negan party was held in the woods, and we've got an insight into the account to see a group chat was made. The chat included Ibelovingnegan, Mick Grimes, Ibenegan, German Abe, Chrissy's Dawn, Negan's wife, and some Ibelovingnegan supporters. Hi everyone, wave emoji. The Ibelovingnegan account is having a Negan party. You are all cordially invited to party. It's a traveling Negan party, so we can come to you, but the main event is in Sonoya, Georgia. So come on down to the function. Bring your own beer because we cannot go to jail for supplying minors again. Then Mick Grimes enters the chat.
What group thing is this exactly?
It's a Negan-themed party, and we'd love for you guys to attend. We'd even pay you for your time. We are even heading down to City of Sonoya CV Street Park to throw this party. Even loads of Ibenegan and Mick Grimes fans are attending. Food will even be catered for the evening, including drinks. May I ask what your favorite is? We'll pick it up on the way.
So it's a celebration of Ibenegan.
Yes, absolutely. And you, Mick Grimes. So many adoring fans love your cosplay and all of the Walking Dead family. Since the show is ending, we thought it'd be a good time to celebrate as well.
When is it?
We're currently traveling our way to Sonoya from Ohio, so we can set the date on a weekend when you and Ibenegan are free.
Okay, sorry, this is his wife, Deidre. I help him answer all his messages because he has so many. But I know next weekend Nick has an all-weekend event, but the weekend after that, the October 1st and the October 8th.
October 1st sounds great. We will definitely be in Sonoya by then.
Okay, he will be on here answering. I just like people to know when it's me, LOL. That weekend may work.
Sounds great. That would work amazingly. We could not be more excited. Ibenegan has not responded to our DMs, but we hope he can show up as well.
Oh well, hopefully so if it's a party for him, though. Where are you from and what's your real account?
Both admins are from Ohio, and this is our only account on Instagram. We originally saw Abraham's Army Facebook page and then created this account to keep up with the Walking Dead family. We can send facial identification, names, and email addresses needed for any purposes. A few days of silence go by before the Ibelovingnegan account messages the group chat again. Hello, so Who will be coming to the Negan party?
Oh, we have no clue. This is actually a fan account for Ibenegan, and since it's the featured guest, it'd be best if you'll get in touch with him. We're two separate companies and cosplayers all only work together, so on TikTok. Nick Grams Entertainment is our company, and that's all we keep up with as far as stage meetings. Thanks for the invite, though. I'll probably be able to call unless something changes. Andrew, purple heart emoji.
Mick Grimes evidently never showed up to this supposed Negan party, but the account did continue to drift downhill from there. More posts about alcohol-induced psychosis and schizophrenic delusions started appearing. The Ibelovingnegan account also had a brief quarrel with a Daryl cosplayer. Scrolling back on the Daryl cosplayer's account revealed that his girlfriend, a white woman, had cosplayed as Michonne. She'd worn blackface for the cosplay, which is not okay, and the Ibelovingnegan account made a post calling this out. The Daryl cosplayer deleted the blackface post and blocked Ibelovingnegan, but his Italian mother started messaging the Ibelovingnegan account, threatening to call the Italian authorities on them. This made Ibelovingnegan's schizophrenic delusions even worse. They were genuinely convinced the Italian government was going to come after them. Thankfully, nothing ever came of this. The account also seemingly had a brief stint with a man called John Paul Bennett, who also seems to be fond of Negan. Seemingly fed up with Ibenegan never noticing them, they changed the account to a fan account for John Paul Bennett. Their bio still states that they're holding a traveling party for John Paul Bennett, though this seems to be outdated information. Their obsession was short-lived and maybe another symptom of their schizophrenia. Then, something drastic happened, and it was a turn nobody saw coming. The Ibelovingnegan account turned on Ibenegan. According to their stories documenting the whole thing, another Rosita cosplayer named Berta had DM'd the account with screenshots of Negan flirting with her despite being married. It's unknown if these screenshots are fake or not, but they seem to send Ibelovingnegan spiraling off the edge. They made several story posts absolutely devastated. Negan's wife responded to the stories before blocking the account, as did Mick Grimes after a heated confrontation. Ibelovingnegan was apparently grief-stricken that Mick had never showed up to the Negan party, which was the reason for their violent outburst towards him. A direct quote from Mick Grimes states,
You guys have a screw loose.
He blocked the account as well and still has them blocked to this day. Any way you look at it, this resulted in most of their favorite cosplayers blocking them and seemed to be the mental downfall of Ibelovingnegan. Up until this point, Ibenegan had been completely unaware of the fan account for months. He hadn't responded to countless DMs and posts about him, but a certain thing caught his attention. There aren't any screenshots of the actual text sent, but Ibelovingnegan reportedly DM'd Ibenegan, and I quote, I have Natasha captive. Her life is in my hands. Clearly the words of a very sick person. This sent Negan on a blaze of rage, and a violent outburst ensued between the two over DM. There were several phone calls that took place, and we can only assume the screaming matches they had with each other. Shockingly, the long conversation eventually ended with the two on good terms, and that seemed to be the most Doc ever interacted with the account beyond commenting a few meager words and liking some posts.
I guess I'll just block you.
No, please.
Well, you're not talking to me. You've made what seems like a threat against my daughter, and you're pushing a bunch of lies about me all over your social media. Not to mention half your images look like threats, my head on a pike. I'm willing to consider all that's happened here as a mistake, but you need to make a public apology.
We made the head spike scene as a homage to you and the Walking Dead family out of love. If you read the caption or saw any of our posts, you would know this, Niggy. Okay, Ibenegan, we are on it.
I wasn't ignoring you guys, I just don't use Instagram. Most of my posts here come from TikTok, but I'm a Sagittarian. If I'm gonna cheat, I do it out in the open. Honesty is not only the best policy, it is an awesome weapon.
Thank you for the life lesson, Ibenegan. I'm a Gemini.
As for your artwork, some of the best pencil drawings I've seen of me. But know this, dude, my family comes first. I will shut that shit down, no exceptions.
I truly don't understand how much that means to me. Your captivating style is such an amazing muse, and you're goddamn right you'll shut that shit down. Just like Negan. I mean, hey, we ran away with our tails between our legs. You're clearly the boss here, Negan. Once again, we are truly sorry not to use this as an excuse, but once again, Berta was the one that asked us to post this for awareness since we ran a page dedicated for you. This is kind of like when Negan fought Rick.
I already have the woman I need. We are not swingers. I'm not interested in anyone else. I don't know who this Berta is, but as I get a bigger and bigger following, there are some people who will say all kinds of stuff. Please don't be those people.
Okay, sorry, Doc. We just had Berta DM us this information and a screenshot that looked pretty real. We were utterly appalled, so we took hasty action but should have considered our options.
This is why I try to keep my active identity and my character separate and private. I've been attacked several times since I started doing this. I'm just trying to do it the best I can. I have a lot of fun doing it, but if it affects my family negatively, I will stop doing it, and that would suck because I do make people happy doing it. I haven't even been on my main account in months. Surprisingly, I have made enemies just by doing what I do well, and some of them are eager to shut me down. Jeffrey Morgan has no problem with what I'm doing. It was excited to meet me, like I said. I'm having a good time. I'd appreciate in the future you help me
Shut that shit down. Yes, Negan, like we've said, we are huge fans. We were just disgusted by what we heard, but now knowing this, we will do whatever we can to help you shut that shit down. Just like the big man Negan himself. The conversation ended with Ibelovingnegan thanking Doc for his service. Thank you, David.
Stop calling me names.
Ibenegan. Okay, sorry, Negi. The account continues to post edits and fan art dedicated to the man on occasion, clearly mentally spiraling down a path that can only end one way. This is the tale of some seriously disturbed people, and it's a message to all. How far are we willing to let parasocial relationships progress? Is it healthy for anyone involved? Especially when illnesses like schizophrenia are involved, which clearly made Ibelovingnegan believe that Doc was involved in their life somehow. Or are we willing to take these parasocial relationships, and are we all complicit? Although the Ibelovingnegan saga seemed to have a relatively happy ending, the account continues to post edits and fan art dedicated to the man, clearly mentally spiraling down a path that can only end one way.
You have 7 days. You have 7 days. 7 days. 7 days. You have 7 days left to live. I've been thinking. You have 7 days. Don't want to see me.